Thanks so much for stopping by the site. I'm delighted that you're here, and I would like to share a little bit about how to best use this site. In fact, this is really not a typical kind of idea blog site. It really exists as what we call a breakthrough ecosystem or breakthrough clarity ecosystem, which means this: the site exists because to some degree clarity in your life does not. I don't know about you, but in the business of life, in the category complexity of ministry, it's unbelievable how many books have written about how to be this or that kind of church. It's easy to get lost in the maze, in the conference maze, in the event maze, in the product maze. Everything on willmancini.com is really about you, about university of you. Be a student of yourself, be a student of what God is doing in your life and ministry. And therefore, everything has a ecosystem-like effect. Now, what in the world does that mean? It's a kind of a goofy idea to talk about. By breakthrough ecosystem or breakthrough clarity ecosystem, what I'm suggesting is that everything that I create, everything I write about, products, tools I create are all linked together. They're all integrated. And they're all integrated around tools. The importance of a tool is that it makes very clear the most important concepts that we're trying to communicate. And it's something you do something with. It's something you can use with your hands, use with your mind, and it continually brings meaning to you. Most importantly, a tool is something that is transferable. By putting the idea or connecting ideas to our most important tools, we're able to transmit the most important ideas about who we are and where we're going through the team and through the ministry. For example, at the center of the ecosystem are what we call master tools, which sit inside of a toolbox of dozens and dozens of other sub-tools, smaller tools. Two of my life's most important master tools are what we call the vision frame and what we call the horizon storyline. The vision frame is about the identity of an individual, a team, or an organization. The horizon storyline is about the direction, or the plan, if you will, the visionary plan of an individual, a team, or an organization, a ministry. So these master tools apply at many different levels. These master tools apply to me individually, to my family. They apply to Oxano, which is the first ministry I started. They apply to Unique, which is the second ministry I've started. And of course, they apply in all the consulting and coaching work that we do. So thinking of these master tools at the center, and you can read more about those from our navigation. We go up and we start with the idea of ideas / the CS stands for case studies. So the basic unit of production, if you will, on this blog is just a blog post. Well, most of those blog posts will have a little icon in the picture in the lower right-hand corner that shows you what master tool it's keyed to, so that we're not just producing random ideas, but we're producing ideas that are all linked in an ecosystem around you, around what God is calling you to do and calling you to be. We connect all the books I write are not just books. They're not just random either inspiration or encouragement out there. They're not just a good idea. I have had publishers approach me since 2008, since Church Unique has done relatively well, and they've wanted to have me publish things that I was not ready to publish yet because it wasn't a well-defined and tool that had demonstrated performance over years in my coaching and consulting work. So, for example, Church Unique is the book that most folks know me by that came out around the master tool of the vision frame. Most recently, God Dreams came out as a trade book around the master tool of the horizon storyline applied to the church. Moving around, we've also developed products. Products are tools, if you will, that we've used that are so popular that we've made them available through our stores. A couple of them include like the vision deck. So these are visionary exercises. Well, they key back to our toolbox because every idea on the vision deck is connected to what we call the integration model. We have book summaries, amazing, powerful book summaries created around practical problems that church leaders have. We have a collaboration cube that brings great synergy and breakthrough around team discussions. We have the Vision Room, which is another idea site that you can go to around vision. So we have books, we have products. I've given a primary part of my life to designing processes that you can do as an individual, as a team, or as a church, as a ministry. And so a lot of what you'll hear me talk about is this brokenness. We're so addicted to products. We're so busy imitating others, or we're just driving down the highway so fast metaphorically speaking, in our ministry, we don't have that deep breakthrough in our life. We say you don't get breakthrough through the drive-through. You've got to slow down. There is no imagination without margin. You've got to slow down and process some of these tools to get the breakthrough in your life and ministry that we imagine for you. Finally, my life is connected to organizations. Now, the key here, these aren't just folks that I think are great or folks I want you to know about. They're folks that are great that I want you to know about that are tied into our master toolbox, so they're part of this ecosystem. Of course, Oxano and Unique, respectively, works with churches and then individuals around identity and calling and direction. And then other organizations include Slingshot. So if you need, the Slingshot's all about building remarkable teams. And if you need to find a team player outside of your system, they're a great search firm. They have some great coaching stuff that you'll see talked about on my blog. Also, I'm connected to Lifeway. So I am the director of on-site consulting in Southern Baptist Life. Of course, I work with a lot of different denominations, but I'm connected to Lifeway in that way, and I'm connected to 100 Movements with a few friends, including Alan Hirsch and Neil Cole and others. So these are the organizations that are committed and tied into this master toolbox. What does all this mean? What this means is I don't want to just get traffic on a site. I'm not just trying to create random readership. This site exists to guide you on your own clarity journey. And what I want for you as a kind of digester of content on this site is to see the ecosystem and ultimately to experience more meaningful progress for God's glory. There's a lot of activity that doesn't equal progress. There's a lot of meaningful moments and tidbits that we have in life that don't translate to stunning forward progress in terms of what God is calling us to do. So enjoy the site. Thanks for the opportunity to introduce you to how we've built the site.